Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to be learning how to add and subtract integers. First, let's review what integers are. Integers are positive whole numbers and their opposites as in negative numbers and the number 0. So both 10 and its opposite, negative 10, would be integers. So let's start by learning how to add integers. The first rule is that when the signs are the same, as in you're adding both negative numbers or you're adding both positive numbers, you add the numbers and keep the same sign for your answer. So let's look at an example of this. Let's just say that you're adding negative 3 plus negative 5. So here the signs are the same. Both numbers that are being added are negative. So let's ignore the signs for now and just add the numbers. 3 plus 5, 8. So now we know that we should keep the same sign for the answer, so negative 8. The same rule applies when you're adding positive numbers. So 3 plus 5 would be 8. Since both numbers are positive, the answer is positive as well. But remember, you don't have to add the positive sign for the 8 since all integers without a sign are considered positive. Let's look at a different example. 4 plus negative 7. Here, one number is positive and the other is negative. In instances like this, we subtract the smaller one from the larger one while ignoring the signs in front. So 7 minus 4 is 3. Now here, the larger number is 7 if you ignore the sign. And now, since 7 is the larger number, we take its sign for the answer. So 4 plus negative 7 is equal to negative 3. Negative 5 plus 11. Here, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to subtract 11 and 5. 11 minus 5 is 6. Here, the largest number is 11, so that means we don't add anything to the 6 since it's already considered positive without the sign. Negative 5 plus 11 equals to 6. Negative 4 plus negative 8. Here, both numbers being added are negative. That means the signs are the same. So let's add the numbers as we would if they were positive. 4 plus 8 is 12. Now here, since we have a negative sign on both numbers, we put a negative over here. So negative 4 plus negative 8 is negative 12. Here, one of the numbers being added is negative, the other positive. So all we're going to do is subtract the smaller one from the larger one. 17 minus 9 is 8. Here, the larger number is 17, and the sign for 17 is negative. So that means the answer is negative as well. Now, all subtraction problems can be converted to addition problems since subtracting is the same as adding the opposite. So once you have converted the subtraction problem to an addition problem, all you have to do is use the sign rules for adding integers. So let's look at an example. 2 minus 5 can also be written as 2 plus minus 5. All we did here was add a plus between the 2 and the minus sign. Now let's apply the sign rules for adding integers. So when the signs are different, we know that we subtract the smaller number from the larger one. So 5 minus 2 is 3. And we take the sign of the larger number. The larger number here is 5, and its sign is minus. So 2 plus minus 5 equals to negative 3. Minus 8 minus 10. So now let's turn this problem into an addition problem. Minus 8 plus minus 10. Now, we know that when the signs are the same, we just add the numbers and keep the same sign. So negative 18. Negative 2 plus 5 minus 4. So now here, let's convert this into all addition problem. Negative 2 plus 5 plus negative 4. So first, let's do negative 2 plus 5. Negative 2 plus 5 is 5 minus 2, which is 3, and the sign is positive. And 3 plus negative 4. So since the signs are different, we do 4 minus 3, which is 1, and keep the sign of the larger number, so negative 1. Now let's look at some shortcuts and tips to shorten our work and save you some time. By now, you would have discovered that two negatives side by side turns into a positive. Next time, whenever you have a problem with two negative signs side by side, change both sides into a positive sign. Let's look at an example. 4 minus 8. Since both signs are side by side, this becomes a positive. 4 plus 8 equals to 12. Another tip is when you're adding more than two numbers, you add all the positive numbers together, and then you add all the negative numbers. Then you add the result of the positive and negative numbers together to obtain the answer. So let's see how that works. So let's say you have 5 minus 7 plus 6 minus 9. So here, what we would do is add 5 and 6 together since they both are positive. 5 plus 6 is 11. And next we add negative 7 plus negative 9 using our addition rule. Negative 7 plus negative 9 is negative 16. So now we do 11 plus negative 16. This is equal to 16 minus 11, which is 5. Since the sign of the larger number is negative, our answer is negative 5. Let's look at this problem. 17 plus negative 2 minus 10 plus negative 5. Let's add all the positive numbers here. So 17. Here, the only positive number is 17. So let's write that down. Now let's add negative 2 plus negative 10. This is equal to negative 12. And next, let's add this with negative 5, which is equal to negative 17. So that means 17 minus 17 is equal to 0. Let's look at another example. Negative 20 minus 40. So here we know that when there are two minus signs together, it is a positive. Negative 20 plus 40 is equal to 20. Let's look at one more example. Negative 2 plus 5 plus 7 minus 3 plus 6. Now let's add all the positive numbers. 5 plus 7 is 12, and 12 plus 6 is 18. We have two negative numbers, negative 2 and negative 3. Since the signs are the same, all we have to do is add them together and put a negative sign in front. Negative 2 plus negative 3 is negative 5. So 18 minus 5 is equal to 13. I hope this video helped you learn more about adding and subtracting integers. If it did, make sure to subscribe to my channel and like this video. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.